Howdy, my name's Toyon. This is Young, Andy, Jason, Sam. We are, about 500 people die at the end of a shotgun every year. Most of those people are not in need of killing. They just have to stop doing whatever it was they were doing. However, firearms have are uniquely reliable in their stopping of miscreants. So there aren't really alternatives that are non-lethal, which is why we were tasked with putting essentially a taser, a device about yay big, inside the space of a shotgun shell about the size of my thumb. In our first semester, the problems we were presented with include getting power to incapacitate somebody in this size, delivering it without completely being destroyed, but that's not quite in our scope, and getting up to the voltage we need. In our first semester, we did a lot of research. Did you know that current is the most important factor in incapacitating somebody? You can kill somebody with 100 milliamps, so you don't want that much. Not our problem, but not only that, when you stick a 9-volt battery to your skin versus your tongue, you'll feel a difference, partly because the skin's resistance is about 100 times greater than that of your internal body. We have a property by being shot out of a shotgun that most non-lethal alternatives do not have. We are basically guaranteed to get underneath someone's skin. The trick is not getting it too far into their skin, but that's not our problem either. So in our first semester, we also built a prototype to get something of a waveform correct, and confirmed that our research was correct with our faculty sponsor and corporate mentor. In our second semester, we built the thing. We went from about yay big to 30.5 millimeters long and 16 millimeters across. We tested it. We confirmed that the waveforms were quite all right for what we need. Thanks to our research, we don't need a massive transformer or anything else like that to multiply by 10. We were able to use conventional circuit doublers and make sure that we got an adequate voltage at the end, which I mean output very stabby. The goal is to save lives, and we took this out to a range this past week to see if that was even remotely possible. Fired it at a piece of 2x4, and the unit survived, and the 2x4 survived. The piece of plywood survived. So, will this in fact affect an actual human being? Our corporate mentor will take it from here. Any questions?
So once you fire the bullet, right, and then is it just destroyed? I mean, does the PCB can be reused in another shell, or?
In theory, but not likely. The PCB will still function, but the power device is with it, and that power device begins clicking as soon as it's fired. So you will have to do some reconstructive surgery.
So what's the storage life of the power units?
Storage life?
It is about this, sorry, go ahead. All right, so we're using batteries that, regular watch batteries for the same storage life of a watch battery. So if you go to a Walgreens and you can see them on the shelves, they're about the same lifespan of one of those. So they last quite a while.
Okay.
We needed 5 seconds. We have well over several minutes.
Well, no, you need months
Yeah.
of storage.
Storage.
Not
storage.
to run, not to let live. Yeah.
So the next question is, what's your trigger mechanism
Yeah.
for engaging the?
Mostly beyond our scope, but we projected a string to physically separate the battery from each other to prevent a circuit.
Manually before it's shot?
Within the shotgun shell, so that
kind of automatically with the operation of shooting?
as the shell leaves as the payload leaves the hull, the payload will disconnect from whatever is preventing.
Does it have the same amount of explosive associated with it as a regular shell?
Less for ballistics reasons.
Yeah, we tested about a quarter or less.
No, we're going to have to say, if not, it would be too
A quarter of what's in this would be.
So are these bucks coming out of this shell?
Our device is a slug.
Okay. So this spec right here for this, is this some of what comes out of there as a total, or for each? I mean, because it's going to spread out.
Nope, this is a slug.
Oh, just
it's
okay.
It's a single slug.
Okay. All right.
So does this have sharp electrodes that,
Yes, it has
Wires.
sharp prongs that
oh, yeah,
penetrate.
prongs?
And then they're barbed, so they don't come out very easily. So once it penetrates,
Oh.
if the person shakes around, it goes ahead and stays in them.
And what would be the distance between the prongs? Because that's where the current would be.
16
flowing.
millimeters.
Okay, 16 millimeters. And that's where about 52 milliamps would flow?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think it's possible that to get someone at sufficient speed and to do serious injury?
Yes. This is still being shot out of a firearm.
But it won't kill them, and that's our goal.
It shouldn't kill them.
It might hurt a lot.
This is up to our corporate sponsor at this point.
How do you test it?
We tested it with against oscilloscopes and made sure that the waveform was exactly what we expected.
No human testing.
No human testing was involved.
Not yet.
Thank the Lord.
All right, let's thank the